1, go.
Bam! Welcome back to the podcast. What's the odds with Steve Renazizi? June 10th, 2020. In the midst of at-home Zooming, people are outside. People are comfortable on their couches. And Lucas is still, I feel like you haven't moved.
Nope.
I feel like I see you every week at the same spot, sort of like the same set, and I feel like you just live there for, until you just go to sleep. Is that correct or no?
Yep. This is my do everything computer, my work computer.
Are
You
you
have the kind of disheveled look like you're writing a novel.
Yeah, I feel like you're in the middle of something, like a workout or oh boy, what's that?
Oh God, that was
It's my
terrifying.
novel. I finished my workout this morning. I'm working on my novel. This is my new life.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
I love it.
Crushing it.
I got a little backdrop now, a little a thing here. Look at it. Yeah, I set something up. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I finally got into my office. My office was locked. The kids were making a movie, and they locked the office from the inside. And so I tried to do like the old school card where you just stick a card in there. Couldn't open it up. This is a good lock. Finally, my father-in-law had to come over with a drill. We had to drill through the lock to get into the office. This light's been on for like 2 weeks. So now I'm in my office. But I have a bone to pick with you, Lucas Hurl.
Yeah.
And more specifically, the entire state of Iowa. Okay?
I mean, it's not a good time for us.
Why?
The football program's under some heat. I don't know if you've read.
What happened? I thought you guys.
Yeah, what happened to the
and
Hawkeyes?
you look at the children's hospital every time. Isn't that the most beautiful thing in the world?
It was, and then I guess their strength and conditioning director is a little bit racist.
Oh boy.
Oh,
what
Yeah,
happened there?
some players have spoken out in the last 4 days, and it's made the front page of ESPN and Sports Illustrated. So Kirk Ferentz is.
Has he been there a long time?
Yeah, I mean, Kirk is he's the longest tenured coach in the nation.
Wait, I did read about this. Didn't he get he makes like $800,000 a year or something like that? He's the highest paid strength and conditioning coach or something.
Yeah.
I did read. Yeah. Oh my God, he's in trouble, huh?
Yeah, but here's the real dinger is the other coach that's in trouble is Brian Ferentz, who's Coach Ferentz's son. Because he's always kept it in the family. Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator. So
the racism is like a strong root in the family. I assume it's racism. I'm sure he didn't call anyone women or pussies or any of that stuff. That probably wouldn't make front page news.
It's calling the young players with tattoos, like gangbangers, and just kind of like, like small things like that add up. And yeah.
Well, he could probably run for state senator of Iowa now and probably win. I don't know. I don't know how. The president calls them thugs.
What's your bone to pick?
I'll tell you my bone. I hope they take the money that I'm going to win in the major court case I'm taking against the state of Iowa out of this guy's salary. So I told you I went cross country. Em, you better watch out for this.
Oh, I'm already across the country. I'm in Maine.
Oh, good for you. I'm glad. Well, don't worry, you're not out of the woods yet, because I thought I made it in 3 days where no speeding tickets, nothing to worry about.
No.
And then I get a notice of a violation, public safety, speed from the Des Moines, Iowa Police Department.
No way. I think I know where it was from.
With a picture of my car.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to show it real quick. And I think it says $65, 71 and a 60. Now I go,
that's it?
Now look, yes, first of all, that's it. I go, bullshit.
That's trash.
But I realized I
was definitely crushing like 100 the entire way across the country, so I'm fucked.
But I'm saying I never got pulled over. And I went online to see, because it said contest. I go, absolutely. Yeah. I'm in my mind already. Steve Renazizi versus the state of Iowa. And I'm in front of Judge Gorsuch, Your Honors. Please, may I have your attention? So I'm taking this thing to the Supreme Court, but because what they did was I saw they have I go click on the video. I go, where's the video? I click on the video. There's no video. I'm waiting to see a video of me like bing, like going across. Right? It's just a picture, and then a 20-second, 0.2 seconds later, they take another picture, and if you've gone X amount of feet That's it. Boom. Game over. So I'm saying to myself, is everyone going through Des Moines doing 60 miles an hour plus getting one of these, or just the ones with the California plates?
Probably the
Des
ones with the
Moines,
California
Iowa?
plates.
Probably yes. It's probably some dude named, something Hurl, Joshua Hurl, working in the DMV of Des Moines, Iowa.
There's a lot of Hurls.
Yep, thumbing through these things, thumbing them through. Nah, Iowa plate. Ooh, look at this, a California plate. Send it out.
We got
Cha-ching.
Steve Renazizi. Let's kid him.
Cha-ching.
So now I go, fuck this. I'm not paying $65. No way. Then I did a little research. I called a couple lawyers in Iowa that said they can make it go. They go, oh yeah, we can make it go away for $160. I go, what?
But the fine's only $65.
Exactly.
$95 to keep your pride, Steve.
But then does that mean you have a speeding ticket on your record? Like if you pay the 160, you got no ticket?
We'll get it off. I go, this is an extortion ring. This is a fucking trap. The cop gives the thing to the guy with the people that have the signs on the side. And I'm saying to myself, fuck this. I don't need this in my life. So I said, and if you want to fight it, you've got to go to Iowa if you wanted to be on your own, or this fucking shyster fucking lawyer is going to take care of it for you. And I'm like, but this is a fucking trap. This is some bullshit right here. And so I want you to take care of this, Lucas Hurl. I'm going to send this to you. Okay.
Good.
And I want you to do just call your friends back in Iowa and say, come on. I know you guys pinch people with out-of-state license plates, but you happen to get the wrong guy this time. He's a friend of mine. All right? Just like if you were ever speeding on the Long Island Expressway, I would probably have that taken care of for you, Lucas. I
don't
would.
drive or have been to Long Island, but yeah.
Well, I happen to go through your state, and they popped me for an extortion fee of $65. I thought I was getting robbed going through Ohio.
Oh my God, the tolls.
One end of the other, $21.
Yeah.
$21. Are they still paying LeBron with all that money?
Oh, yeah.
I go, bullshit. At least they did it right up front.
Oh, yeah, to get from Chicago to Maine, it was $60 in tolls.
I know. Ridiculous. The whole Eastern Corridor. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And your shit roads.
Yep.
And your shit roads, by the way.
Right, exactly. All these tolls, potholes.
Bullshit. Fix it now. Get it done. All right. I didn't mean to start off this way, but I'm very upset.
No, I was going to say,
very upset.
I was going to say, I thought you looked good, like you got some sun, but it's just a bunch of pent-up anger.
Well, it's a little bit of both. I haven't taken my blood pressure medicine today yet. I take it at night because it gets me nice and comfy for the night. But I did play golf this morning. So I was up early, and I have been doing a lot of stuff, like with the kids outside. We opened the pool. We've been outside. So I have gotten a decent amount of sun. But I am fired up about this because I don't like getting ripped off, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They only get you if you're going 10 miles over. So you were literally going just a mile over. And it's only like a 2-mile stretch where they have the planes that catch the speeders.
I'll tell you this.
I already know where you got hit.
You're telling me a plane?
That's how they catch it. Right?
Yeah,
no, I know what you're talking about.
They have it in California.
Yeah, I know.
At least they have the signs up everywhere. I've never seen an actual plane, but they have the plane just flies way overhead and takes photographs of all the cars.
I'll take an RPG. What are those things called? And I'll rocket and I'll fire. If I ever saw trying to detect, right out of the sky, blow it up, throw
Next
a
week,
rock
Steve's
up there.
going to be podcasting from a jail cell.
Yeah, seriously.
What are you in here for? Protesting? No, not at all. Well, kind of.
No, I thought an RPG at a cop plane.
Everyone, we're all in big trouble now. Listen, I'm just upset because I didn't see I always looked for speed traps. We had the the CB. We say any bears out there. We were very litigious about the way we were going about things, making sure we crossed all our T's, dotted all our I's. We knew what was ahead of us. We watched out, and then to get this, I go 3 days. That's remarkable. We should write about this trip. And then 3 days later, I get this fucking thing in the mail, and it just makes me so angry.
I'll talk to my guys. I'll talk to some people. Yeah.
Someone. I mean, who's the big guy in Iowa? Who? I mean, should we call this about it?
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
Yeah,
well, she has to be. Speak to her.
I forget her name.
Good.
But I will talk to her.
Thank you very much.
All right,
I'm so sorry.
An angry
as a gambler, I say you got to fight this, pay the lawyer, and then sue the lawyer for extortion. Double down.
Yeah.
See, now,
let's turn.
Here's the deal. I've never sued anyone, and I'm kind of proud about that, or I've never been sued. And so I kind of wanted to keep that track going. But if I've got to take this thing look, I understand what you're saying, Lucas. I'm sure maybe 71 triggered something, but I bet you I could, for my ticket, I could show you a stack of 71s that got no tickets sent to them of Iowa plays. That I know for a fact. That I know. From my
I'm going to ask around because I'm curious about that. Because the only time I drive now is when I'm home. So I'm very cognizant of between 63rd and Martin Luther King Boulevard, they have speed traps. They have the cameras, so you can't go over 70. But I will ask
exactly where this was. I'll tell you exactly where this. And this officer who, I love how they put an officer. So, what's this guy's name? I wanted to see this guy's name because I go, this isn't an officer. What are you, in a helicopter? Officer so-and-so? Where are you? Michael Luce. You didn't get me, Luce. You pinched me from the fucking sky like a pussy.
Let me.
I'll see me like a person to person, and pull me over.
By the way, Lucas.
Oh man, right on. What is this? 11th on 235 in Des Moines, Iowa.
Yep.
God damn it!
How do you spell the officer's last name? I'm looking right now if we have any mutual Facebook friends.
Lose. Lose.
Los. It's
the
literally
guy's name is Lose.
Yeah.
I don't want to put loser. I don't want to put the R on there, but I will if I have to.
Soft
Don't
R.
press me. Yeah. Unbelievable. By the way, broke a record, 5 birdies this morning. 5 birdies,
wow.
Yes. Fixed something and went to the range this weekend, fixed a little something in the swing. Also had 3 double bogeys, not so great. Putted like shit, but 5 birdies, very good. Very happy about that. That's
Congrats.
The golf update. We're not going to get too crazy about it, although live golf starts and I'm going into who I'm picking this weekend. But we'll do that at the end.
$1 million on DraftKings for the tournament.
I know. I entered that a couple times. I had a couple of variations going in. I like my picks. But we'll, Brenton, by the way, I just want to ask at the top of the show or closer to the beginning, is there anything you'd like to report about? Last week you seemed to just kind of, chime in here and there, and then you dropped this shit pile of knowledge on us at the end of the podcast about a meteor or an asteroid flying towards us. King Tut wasn't in the hut. They found the remains of fucking 3,000-year-old. I don't know what. You had so many things.
No, it was a 5 million year old cave that had been sealed shut, and there were creatures inside. But it seems like all's good now.
So King Tut is in his hut.
King Tut's in the hut.
They put him back in a new thing. They cleaned him up. He's all good. The meteors missed the Earth. We're still here.
None of them
get to live.
No, they were all far away. None of them were like a threat to hit. It was just, anytime anything gets remotely close, people like to publish stuff like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Anything new about like any other like big deal things happening that you read in your dark web this week at all, or no? Lizard people or what are you thinking? I don't know. I don't know what sort of world you live in.
No, I'm all about the market now. I'm just watching the stock market, and I'm enjoying betting my money on different companies.
Are you doing like penny stocks and stuff like that?
Just a couple, but very stable blue chip stuff, like actual investments. But have I thrown some money at some penny stocks hoping they would go way up? Yeah, of course.
Of course. I look at you. Of course I have. I'm a risk taker. Look at me. You don't get to be where I am. You don't get to be Brenton Biddlecombe. Okay? Millionaire.
Yeah.
Probably not anymore after I pay taxes, but by not
Steve,
taking risks on things like penny stocks.
Steve, please keep making lineups on DraftKings. I am a shareholder. I invested a lot into that company. I'm making money every time you gamble. So please, I think you need to throw 2 or 3 more lineups in there. You never know. You could get lucky.
I'll tell you, did you put a lineup in this week?
No, I'm waiting for football. I'm all done till football.
Oh, look at you, pumping the brakes.
Yeah.
Look at you.
We're doing the research. We're figuring out like for our draft. Me and my team.
What? What team?
I have a team, Steve.
Part of me believes you. Part of me believes that you have a minion, some sort of minion.
This is a growing conglomerate.
I believe you have one paid employee, and then you have an intern, someone someone I can abuse, like a version of yourself. You're like, I can boss around and pay them nothing, and they get to soak in my knowledge.
And they're happy to be here. They are happy.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a privilege.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy for you and your team. I hope you guys have a great season, your fucking team. Speaking of teams, I believe there'll be football before there's baseball. I really do. I mean, back and forth. At this point, I don't know if you've heard, the players have basically put a proposal of an 89-game schedule with 100% prorated. And, the Major League Baseball's like, you can't do that now because you can't get past September because that's when it's supposedly COVID's going to come back heavier, and we want to be done by the end of October. So, and of course they wanted all their money, but essentially what it's going to come down to is you have 2 numbers now. You have prorated value of the salaries and number of games. I think we'll get to the point where they'll get in the middle, but they were the first major sports league to come back and say, we can figure this out. Here's a plan. And then they have just shit the bed since. And it's just so disappointing. And I know the owners were like, well, in March, we were going to give them full value of prorated games if we lost some, if there was going to be people in the stands. Now, look, there's going to be no one in the stands, but they're going to make their money back. The owners are going to make their money back. They're not going to lose money if they prorate each player's value and pay them per game. Okay? Based on the TV contracts alone. Now, they're not going to make what they normally make or anywhere near it, but they're going to have to take a hit, just like the players taking a hit in the games played. Maybe you do it 90%, you meet in the middle. Yeah. They want to do 75, you want 100, maybe you do 90%, you meet in the middle, 95%. But it's got to get done. It's got to get done quicker than basketball will be back. If basketball comes back before that, well, fuck it. Fuck you, baseball. Fuck it. I'm telling you, because soccer's going to be back. Golf's coming back this weekend. And if basketball comes back and gets their shit together, which it looks like they are, they're just trying to figure out camps and provisions and how they're going to set everything up, then you know what? Go for it. They may beat us to it. And so what? Baseball won't learn until it's fucking gone. They believe they're the first child. They're the oldest kid. They think no one has ever done it better than them, and the national pastime. And you know what? The players are learning from other sports leagues and go, you know what? We can take more power, more ownership for ourselves, and we can hold out for this 100% because we know they make more money than we do. And so I hope it works out soon, but it's fucking pissing me off. Are you going to watch the draft tonight? The draft is tonight.
Yeah.
What else are we going to watch, Steve?
I know. Bet on it. I'm gambling on this shit.
Well, here's the thought I have. There's only 4 rounds this year. There's usually like a 5,000 round,
Yeah.
And so I think there's going to be a lot more college players because, high school players are like, I'm not going to, unless you're a stud. If you are used to be like a 10th round high school guy coming out, you got drafted in the 10th round, you could get a signing bonus of maybe like $100,000. Well, anyone that doesn't get signed today can only get signed a $20,000 signing bonus. So if you're like the 10th or 13th best right-handed pitcher in high school, you might not get drafted, but you might have normally and gotten a $100,000 signing bonus, whereas now you can only get a 20. So instead, maybe you'll take that full ride to Clemson or Florida State So I think it'll help the college game. It'll help out the guys that are, that should, maybe shouldn't have gone. But look, that draft is always, there's always people that are, you can't really tell. There are guys, there are Yankees I could name that just were busts here and there. And so you never really know. But it is tougher that you only have 4 rounds.
Yeah, and I'm curious, like, who the Scott Boras clients always are, because those are the guys that, you know, should go in the top 10, but maybe slide because people don't want to pay that exorbitant kind of money. The baseball draft's one of my favorite drafts. It's not quite football, but
over under high school players that go in the first round.
Ooh.
I'll say over under 5.
I'm gonna say under.
4.
You're gonna take the under?
I'm gonna take the under and say 4 exactly.
I just made that up myself. Too. I don't know if that's an official thing, but yeah, I'd say about 4. Yeah, 5. I'll take the over because it's what is it? 32 teams in baseball?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking
30?
Okay.
But I'm looking at
the Astros don't get a first round pick, so it'll be 31 first round picks.
I'm looking at the mock draft right now, though, and it has about 5 high school kids going right now.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty spot on.
God, this is working well today, guys. Well today. 5 birdies, over under 5. That's what I like. I like that number right now. I'm going to watch the draft just because obviously it's something to watch on television. But I hope that baseball can get their shit together real soon because the clock's ticking. If they, they wouldn't be able to start on July 4th now, which I thought was going to be great for the weekend, and they'd have to start the weekend after now. So they have to get it done soon. Otherwise, it's going to be bad for them all over again. 1995, right? Who the fuck knows?
This is a little unrelated, but I remember the first time I watched, I think the first time MLB Network aired the baseball draft was 2009. I remember the only player that showed up, to like the grand stage to be drafted was Mike Trout. And he went like 25th.
Wow.
Yeah. The Angels had 2 first-round picks in a row, and they picked Trout with the second one. So
second one, yeah. I remember they had 2. Wow. Look, did he come out of high school?
Yeah. And he came from Philly, too, so he didn't have that winter baseball.
That South Jersey Philly, yeah. I mean, that's why I've always thought of him going back to the, Philadelphia to play for them. But, it's you gotta love a guy that wants to just play where he got drafted and be a guy that plays for one team. And I think that Mike Trout will be. But man, Mike Trout, 26th pick. I forgot, 2009. I saw that picture of Aaron Judge with his big goofy face. He's grown into it a little bit, but him putting on the hat and shit, it's just fucking that big gap in his teeth. Who had a better week, Drew Brees or Major League Baseball?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Slightly better.
Yeah.
That's not saying much.
What's his name? Vic Frangino was like, hey, Drew, you're up, buddy.
Oh, Jake Fromm as well.
Who?
Yeah.
What happened with Jake Fromm State Farm?
Oh, Jake from State Farm?
Jake Fromm, the Georgia quarterback.
Oh, yeah, Jake Fromm. Okay,
yeah.
Jake Fromm State Farm. You're fine.
So you didn't see what happened with him?
No, what did he do?
It happened the next day after Drew Brees. Some girl posted a section of a text message with him where he said only white elite people should be allowed to own guns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's our backup quarterback.
Is this a recent text message, or is this something that was like
it was
high school?
Probably.
It was a year ago.
Yeah.
It was 2019 around the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why would she? First of all, it bothers me. It was a girl that did it.
I think so.
Or was it a guy? Was it like an ex-girlfriend or something like that, or was his wife? It's like he's a horrible racist, and you guys should know this about him. And here's something I'd like everybody to see. I mean, if that's the case, obviously I don't want anyone to be a racist, but if she probably was an ex-girlfriend or something, and was like, I'm gonna I just don't like that shit. But I obviously don't agree with the sentiment.
Yeah.
Because I think, white people and Latinos should be able to own guns. And that's the difference. Let's be sensitive to everyone.
Very progressive podcast.
Yeah, Drew's like, look, I think he was just sort of going to do the thing where he's like, I'm going to play the middle, which is sort of, I know we talked a little bit about it at the end of the podcast last week, and I said that I was nervous, not in the sense of like, playing the middle seems to be even a scary situation right now. And almost if you don't say everything exactly the way you're supposed to say it, you can step in a landmine. I think he was trying to take that. I would never disrespect America. That whole like, I'm going to still hold this, like this is an American thing. And he was still holding on to that principle. And just for him, it was like, I'm just going to say it. That's what I think. And I don't believe he thought there'd be any sort of backlash, just his opinion. That would be it. And everything that followed since, I mean, are there players that will, I think his teammates will probably end up having, they'll okay with him after a while, but.
There were a few after he apologized that said we have his back, and it's good that he apologized this way and he understands what we're going through, and we support him still. But yeah, I think he's the least controversial player in the NFL, and he was just trying to be as safe as possible. And right now people aren't looking for the safe voice. They want legitimate change. And so him just playing the safe card completely blew up in his face. Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I stopped listening after. What did he say about Donald Trump? Like, did Trump say something that no one should get in? Because he went back and forth with Trump a little bit.
There was a video that what's her name, Laura Ingraham, put out, and it went viral, where she's commenting on Dwayne Wade and LeBron James and all these basketball players that are speaking out against police brutality and going, these guys need to shut up and dribble. And then the day after Drew Brees said his comments, she's like, he's a good American and we should listen to his opinion. He has the right to and we should listen to it and respect it.
But by the way, if they asked Roger Goodell that question before Drew Brees stepped on the landmine, it probably would have been the same answer.
Yeah.
And he probably would have had to lose his job. You understand? Like, that was the NFL stance up until this whole thing where Drew Brees was like, I thought this was our stance. Like, no one should the owners were saying, don't disrespect the flag. The president was saying, don't disrespect the flag. The NFL was getting upset with people that were kneeling or not, standing. So what, and then all of a sudden now the NFL is like, oh, well, we have taken of course they're sorry now. Of course they're sorry now. They saw what happened to Drew Brees. And what are you going to turn around and say, no, you can't now, I mean, do you think Drew Brees is going to kneel? Do you think he kneels week 1?
I think you know what? I think he probably does. I bet he does, because he's on the apology tour right now. Like, he's made multiple apologies. Like, this guy is.
No. I mean, he realizes look, it was visceral. And then the apology didn't go well. The apology never goes well. And he also chose a poor photo. I mean, even I'm so social media fucking dumb. And I would know if I was making an apology, which I've done before, I wouldn't take a screen capture of a black fist and a white fist doing the pound. Okay. That's just like with my apology for angering an entire movement, basically. So it was that was a misstep. But
I
what is he gonna do?
He does not take a knee, but he'll stand either between two players that are, or next to somebody that is. So he's visibly on camera, even if he puts like a hand on their shoulder, showing I support you, but I'm personally not going to take that knee.
See, now here's the deal: you got to have a meeting before. You're like, all right, listen, okay. Obviously, everyone is free in this locker room to do exactly what they want to do. I just want to make sure I know what my options are. Can all the kneeling people go over here, please? And can we have all the people that want to link arms go over there, please? And the people that just want to stand and just put their hand over their heart over here. If anybody wants to cry and sing, go back over there. I want to know what all my options are. Because I don't want to be the guy that, like, everyone goes out there and then I'm like looking now, okay, are we doing, like, in church when you don't know what to do, you haven't been there in a while, you're like, are we sitting right now? Are we standing? What everyone else knows? So I want to know what everyone else, like, are we all as a team, we should be knowing what, some guys are going to kneel, some guys are going to lock arms. none of it's disrespectful to me. What would be disrespectful is if he, like the first week when he sat on the bench, that's kind of disrespectful. But like if you turned your back or like pulled your pants down or like jerked off while the national anthem was going on, that would maybe be a little disrespectful. I'd be like, can you not jerk off while the national anthem's going on? Like, but I'll be honest with you. If you started right at the beginning and finished right at the end, I would probably say you could do that whenever you want. Like if you pulled it out, like, oh, say, can you? And you got all the way through, and at the very end, a minute 29 later, I would be like, you can do that whenever you want.
That's just impressive.
Not disrespectful.
That
would be
just
very impressive to me.
Rockets
Super
red
impressive.
glare indeed.
Yep.
By the way, they better include that meeting in Hard Knocks this season.
What? The Neil sit stand?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I mean, there's so much going on right now. So many, obviously more important things than sports. It's going to be interesting to see if it's something that the coaches will have to address, which they probably will, and if HBO actually puts that on camera.
I think it's almost disrespectful now if you do stand, if you don't do something. Yeah. I mean, am I right? Or am I like, aren't you putting your, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm going off of like the emails I've gotten over the course of the last week from major corporations, like golf courses that I played in like Phoenix. Like we at the Prescott Country Club are aware of current events and are like, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I know you guys really don't give a fuck about I'm like, you don't have to send me an email to know. Like, I know what I don't need to know what you guys think about all this fucking, but everybody feels like they have to publicly say something right now. And that's, I feel like, going to be the same thing with standing or sitting or whatever your thing's going to be. You're going to have to know what it is beforehand. You can't just decide that day.
And
I think Drew Brees kneels.
Every email ends with use promo code Black Lives Matter for 15% off.
That's right. Whatever it takes. And if the NFL can make money off of it, trust me, they will make money off of it.
Yeah.
If they
did you see?
Go ahead.
Did you see Congress kneeling yesterday?
I did see Congress. Are you talking about Nancy Pelosi? What were they wearing? What were they wearing? Why are they like? Why? Okay.
It's just offensive.
First of all, watching them kneel, just do that in slow motion. Watch them all try to get to one knee. Like, yeah,
they're breaking on the way down.
And 8 minutes and 36 seconds, which obviously is the time that George Floyd had the knee on his neck, and they some of them stayed down there for that long. I wanted to see the video of them getting up after, and like the repositioning, like 8 minutes. That's a long time.
They're still there. They're still on their knees.
Some of them are seeing some orthopedic surgeons today because shit's not right.
There was a great still shot of a congressperson checking their cell phone while they were on their knees, kind of doing like the between the legs move,
like trying to hide it under your desk in school.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like the kind of, yep. I do that all the time at like church or whatever, at Zoom meetings or podcasts all the time. Yeah. It's I thought it was ridiculous wearing those stupid, I mean, look, I'm sure they mean something to us, to black people, I'm sure, but like just to put them on to look like you're supportive is ridiculous.
Rogue.
How you feeling? I don't know why I thought
we've been having a rough couple of weeks.
Oh, poor
Still?
baby.
Yeah, and the last 2 nights she hasn't been able to sleep. She's been throwing up. She's just been pacing, so it's been bad.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad, man.
Still
give her some water. Give her some water.
That's it. That's the answer. Just give her some water.
Thank you. That was the issue. We weren't giving her water.
Brenton forgot to give his dog water for a few months.
I didn't know what
Steve was here to help us out.
I didn't know what to say or how to comfort you or console you.
So he said, give her some water.
I felt bad, so give her some water.
I'll say this. If you guys could wear scarves for me next week, I think it would mean a lot to show solidarity.
Oh, my God.
Everyone get in the downward dog position.
Speaking of, did you see Jordan's fish?
No, I just read about the headline today.
Yeah, so I was talking about pets. That's a segue. Speaking of, I didn't really pets. Jordan sponsors a fishing boat called Catch 23, and and it broke. I think it broke the world record. I have the article here. Or
yeah, 442 pounds marlin.
Yeah, marlin, dude. You got to.
Michael Jordan caught the largest fish.
His sponsored boat. But
okay.
I think he was on it. He was there. You got to see this fish, dude. You got to see that. I mean, if you can find it, Lucas, and pull it up, because I'm not on my computer.
Yeah, here.
That would be amazing if he was on the boat and someone had a video of him pushing the guy out of the way to ring it in the last few inches, just to say I'm the greatest angler.
It's fucking humongous. Humongous.
Emma, I want to share my screen, but it won't let me. It's saying the host.
I don't know.
Do you know how to just... Here, I'm going to take a snapshot and text it to you all.
So how many pounds did you say it was, Steve?
I think it was like 421 pounds. Or something.
So 442.
They said it was a world record. 432.
You should be able to share now, Lucas.
Okay.
It was how much? 400 pounds?
432 pounds.
Yikes.
This thing is like, here we go.
See it?
Wow.
442.3.
That's a huge fish.
Wow.
Mother.
Man. Look at Jordan standing there, taller than everybody else. He probably could pick that thing up, just hooked it onto the top there himself.
Look at that fin on the top of it. That's scary looking.
Damn, dude, that is a big fucking fish. I've been fishing too this week. It's been fun. I take the kids down. We have a beach like a mile and a half away that goes right into the Long Island Sound, and then so on like 6 o'clock after dinner we'll go down there. We got like these little 1.5 pound lures, and I got a little porgy like rig on it. And I throw it, get it out there like 75 yards, and hooking in these sea robins, which are the ugliest fish you've ever seen in your life. They look like fish and fucking. Remember that thing in Jurassic Park that like went like came out at you, like it spit that stuff at you, like whatever that was.
Dilophosaurus.
Like one of those.
I'm about to share a picture of a sea. Here you go.
Sea robin, yeah, they're the ugliest fucking fish you've ever seen in your life.
You see it?
Oh yeah,
look at these.
Yeah, they look like monsters, dude. They're little.
It looks like Bozo the Clown if he was a fish.
Are those the ones that jump out of the water and like fly?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen any fly, but I did we caught a lot because they just must be hanging out. They love clam. We throw the clam out there. But the first time we went, I took the kids. It was just like, I'm like, we're only gonna be here for an hour. I didn't bring like everything. I just brought some bait and the poles. I didn't even bring a knife. And next thing you know, Jackson's reeling in fish. Joan is reeling in fish. And I'm like, I have no glove. And these things are ugly. I'm like trying to get the hooks out with my hands. And like, so now we got the glove. I got a fish glove. I got proper like pliers to get the hooks out because I think we took a couple fish's life the first time we went. Like I was out of the water like 20 minutes trying to get the hook out. Mm. Porgy lures have 2 hooks on them, right? So after we had taken probably 3 or 4 fish lives, and we were like, all right, we're done. Jackson felt bad. My older son's like, I don't feel like he really enjoys fishing. He's like, but I could see you struggling and I could see the fish struggling, Dad. So let's just, put a pin in it. I'm like, great. My wife comes back from a run and she's like, oh, I want to watch you guys do it. So we're like, all right. So Jackson throws his out one more time and he's reeling it in and he's got something. I'm like, oh, great. Please don't be big. Please don't be big. My wife's taking a video. You can hear. And he's reeling it in. And all of a sudden he pulled 2 sea robins on each hook. And I was like, oh my God, now I have to get 2 hooks out of 2 fish, right? So he lifted up, I grabbed one. One has it just through the lip. The other one swallowed the hook. And I was like, buddy, your buddy's not gonna make it. One guy, so I had one and I unhooked it like this and I threw the sea robin back in. But then the other one was, the hook was like in his, and I couldn't get it out. So I'm like, I gotta let it go. But I had no knife to cut the line. So I had to do this like with my teeth. So I'm like literally the sea robin's like right here, like don't do it, buddy, don't do it. I'm like and I let him go and threw him back in, and they were like, "Is he gonna make it?" I was like, "Oh yeah, no, he's gonna be fine, but definitely not with a hook in your fucking stomach for the rest of your life."
It might just be a cool piercing to them.
Could be, yeah, I guess, but probably a little troublesome trying to come out the digestive system. I was so impressed with that Jordan fish, though. I was just like, damn, dude, what a month this guy's having. Yeah. What a month. 400, almost the world record, I think. What else did I have? Oh, two things. Our Patreon people. But before that, do you guys have anything you wanted to add?
I really enjoyed that Bruce Lee documentary.
Oh, you did? Yeah. The like water one?
Yeah.
I watched the first hour. I fell asleep. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, well, that's kind of my problem with it too. I kind of fell asleep too. It's a little boring. It's a little slow moving. I wish they talked about some of the. He's a complicated man, and I get that it's his daughter narrating it, so she wants to leave out some certain parts. But like, I didn't feel like he gave me a full picture of his life.
Yeah, I wanted to see the people that were being interviewed as well. Like I don't know what. Like I wanted like at some point cut to them just to see. I wanted to see the emotion on their face talking about them. Talking about Bruce Lee. I mean it. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but all these guys, all these sports docs jumping back and forth in time, having The Last Dance did it so well. And even Lance Armstrong did pretty well. This one seemed to go back and forth, and it seemed a little disjointed, a little slow, and I couldn't really tell because you couldn't see the narrator or the people talking, so I could not really get a grasp of the time frame. So it was like a little boring, and so I fell asleep. I was like,
and they show all the people at the end. They show all the people at the end after the credits. They show them with like who they are, and
too late.
It's too late. Yeah.
Late. Sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional. I got all Des Moines, Iowa on you. It's too fucking late.
It's my hometown, Steve.
Did you watch it, Brenton?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't fall asleep. I thought it was very timely for everything that's going on. And I wish, because I don't know a whole lot about Bruce Lee. I've only seen Enter the Dragon once at ArcLight for a replay, and I never really researched his life. So I would have loved to have known more as to why he died from a headache.
Yeah.
And it's just still like, they didn't clarify any of that. It was just like, oh, and then he took medication that must have killed him.
Yeah. It's fascinating how, okay, so near the end of his life, he removed the sweat glands from his armpits.
What?
Yeah, he didn't think
where the hell was this?
Yeah.
They didn't show. They left that out. So he didn't think they looked good on camera, armpit sweat. So he literally removed the sweat glands from his armpits. So before he passed, he had an episode where he had a headache, and it was
okay.
He died in 1972. So 40 years later, people think he probably died of heat stroke. And not having sweat glands is probably a cause to that.
Yeah.
I mean, he also died, he died in a mistress's apartment. They don't bring that up, which I get.
Yeah, they didn't talk about any of that.
Yeah.
Again, it was just very slow. I was like, get to Return of the Dragon at least. I want to see some more fucking ass kicking, more, a little bit more. But I watched for the first hour, put me to sleep.
It's worth watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
I do have let me first of all tell you my picks for the golf this weekend. Here are my picks. Here are my DraftKings picks. I got Ricky. I got Rory. Mm-hmm. I got Rahm. I got Peter Uihlein. Kevin Na.
Nah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And when I win, go fuck yourself. Kevin Na won there last year. Cheap.
That was you just gave us 5 names. Don't you have to have 6?
I'm not on DraftKings right now, Brenton. I'm just going by memory, okay? I'm using my phone for other things, and my fucking computer won't work. Don't break my chops too badly.
All right.
I'll throw another name out there. Who else did I have out there that I liked? But I'll tweet out I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I know that. Put a fucking.
I'm not playing.
Put a lineup in, you pussy.
Steve, I'm the house. You can't beat the house.
Don't tell me that you own part of the company. Okay.
I own part of the company. I'm not.
Then I own part of the company. I should own part of the company.
Well, go ahead and buy in. Buy in.
Yeah, I have 7 shares.
Yeah. You're talking to two co-owners of DraftKings right now, so you need to be a little more respectful. We're letting you play in our fun contest this weekend. You're welcome.
I own a little bit of Apple. Thanks for using my computer. And why isn't mine working?
This thing's a piece of shit, by the way.
I know, and mine's not working well either. So I'm not happy with what's
Nothing
going on.
about this product has worked for me since I bought it.
This thing, I mean, I've had mine forever, and I'm too far deep now. So that's my picks. I can't even pull up the Patreon. God damn it! Can't even pull up our beautiful Patreon members that I love so much. The people that fucking. I mean, it's just. I got here an hour early, setting things up. The kids are in the pool. No, Daddy can't do it right now. I got to get concentrated.
Wow.
I have to concentrate, and then that fucking internet doesn't work, and everything I plan, everything since that ticket came in the mail. Real piece of shit, Des Moines. Real piece of shit. But. You know what's not shitty? Oklahoma City. And guess where I'm going in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. I'm going back on the road. Bricktown Comedy Club. Nice. Half capacity. Can't wait. I promise you, we will get through this together. We're going to see how this goes. I'm dipping my toe in the water. I'm going to try it out. I've heard some good things. Why not? I'm going to be in Bricktown, the 25th, 6th, and 7th, 2 weeks from this Thursday, 2 weeks from tomorrow, at the Bricktown Comedy Club in Oklahoma City. Get your tickets now because there's only like 120, I think, that on sale for each show. So, I think they're on the website right now. So we're trying it out.
That's exciting.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. Unfortunately, no direct flights from New York. So I have to go to fucking Houston. I have to sit with can you please, Houston, do me a favor and don't spread COVID all over the airport. Just be clean. Just, be cool. I want to just sit in the airport and get on the next plane. Oh, I'm nervous. Are you guys, are you still nervous about COVID at all? Or are you way past it?
No, I mean, it's still going on.
Yeah,
it's still happening, right?
I mean,
you're not.
Look, there's two very distinct camps of people that believe it's going to kill everybody and people that think it's a total hoax. I'm somewhere in the middle, but it's like I'd rather err on the side of caution than actually get sick.
I'm feeling better now that I'm not
going to be an asshole
anymore.
And be vocal about it. Like, hey, you all need to stay inside and you all need to do this and tell you how to live your life. But I'm not also going to be the guy that's out there without a mask on going, I don't give a fuck. Let's see what happens.
Look at woke Brenton, dude.
Let's just ride it out. Just ride it out. Get the vaccine.
That's how you should be. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Don't tell other people what to do with their lives.
Absolutely.
Don't yell. You got a mask. People, I hear people, Long Island people. Where's your mask?
Where's your mask?
I know. Shut up, lady.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fucking. Where's your mask? I'm telling you, the restaurants are opening up on Long Island. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see these savages. You got to tell people. You have to fill out a thing when you leave. Like where you live. I can't wait for these people. Like
you have to tell the restaurant where you live.
Yeah. You want to know where I go? Fuck yourself. That's where I live.
Why? What does that benefit?
Contact information in case like someone in the restaurant gets COVID, then they have to call back and try to find everyone. So it's a whole tracing thing.
I hate
just to go get a fucking veal parm.
They want a fucking burger.
Did you see the dude in Vegas that was Vegas opened back up and nobody's wearing masks, but one guy was, and he was trying to smoke with it on.
Yeah.
So he had it sticking out.
Yeah.
He had his mask on, cigarette sticking out, and lights it, and then he's like taking puffs and
That's
like a slot machine.
That completely defeats you might as well just take it off. That's not. No, that's not how it works.
Meanwhile, the thing that's going into his mouth, right, is literally out here touching a fucking thing. And
the cancer stick he's smoking.
Yeah,
the COVID stick.
I'm being healthy. Yeah, what a guy.
Yeah, save yourself from COVID, but keep stuffing that nicotine down there. It's good. It's real good for you.
We're gonna live forever, guys. We're gonna live forever. Don't forget that. Do not.
I might not. I ate all that cookie dough in 1 week.
Oh God damn it, Brenton.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really?
Are you okay?
Yeah, it was like this.
Is that what your dumps look like coming out?
What dumps? I ate cookie dough.
Oh, just bound up. Brenton comes back. He's like 190 pounds.
No.
What's up, guys?
I've been doing the P90X.
He's still doing his P90X.
I stayed with the P90X, so I'm just gonna be like fat in shape.
I like it. That's my favorite Brenton. Go ahead, Lucas. Sorry.
No, is anyone still watching Korean baseball, by the way?
No, it's boring.
Okay. They put stuffed animals in the crowd last week, and it's... I don't know. Here, I'm going to share my screenshot. Let me find it for you.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Well, they got in big trouble because they put sex dolls in the first week.
Right.
They had blow-up dolls and shit.
You got to really kind of, let me see if I can make this picture even bigger. I don't think I can.
Is there a Disney World in South Korea? Because if there is, they should borrow all of like the
animatronics.
Yeah, put those in the stands and have them all moving while the game's going on.
Wow, that is way more terrifying than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you can see it.
That's creepy as shit.
Yeah. I'd rather be a Red Sox fan or be in Fenway Park with Red Sox fans than be surrounded by a bunch of stuffed animals.
But someone's job was to put stuffed animals in each seat.
Yeah, right.
And they did a hell of a job.
They did
great.
great.
Do you think
they felt more demeaned putting stuffed animals in or putting the sex dolls they had to put in last week? Which was more demeaning?
Maybe it's an acoustics thing.
Yeah,
those things, they're probably pretty heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Gotta have some weight to them.
They're not.
I like the idea.
The
they're going to do this. They're going to do it at Yankee Stadium, I think, and a lot of the state that you can kind of buy or put your buy a seat for the game. Like you pay like $5 and they'll send in a picture and they'll tape a picture of your face to the seat. So it's almost like,
so it's like
you know what I'm saying?
At the game?
Kind of, yes. And I don't know what comes with it. Maybe they'll take a picture of like what your seat looks like. I don't know.
The view from your seat.
Yeah, they're trying to make a little money. So for like $5, they'll take you send in a picture and they'll put your fucking thing on the. They should be doing it for free, really, but of course not.
They're just trying to make as much money as they can.
Yep, and not share it with the players. Lucas, did you find the Patreon people or no?
I tried logging in the Patreon and it's sending an email to your Gmail account.
You can't have logging into Patreon is a big old bitch.
Yeah.
And I don't have the internet right now in the fucking computer. Patreon folks, we love you. And you know who you are.
We'll get you back next week.
We promise, all right? I'll show you my dick next week if I have to.
Whoa.
Whatever it takes.
This just became punch drunk.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Now we're on Zoom. Is Zoom going to kick us off? I don't know how this works. I'm sorry, Patreon folks.
Zoom doesn't kick you off, but now's a good time to mention we are proud to be sponsored by Manscaped, and Steve will be showing off that work next week on the show.
I will trim all business.
That's not what you're supposed to use the Manscaped. All right, this is now an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, and now look at the difference in my arm. Like I have such a farmer. Oh my god!
Wow, you need to go outside.
I don't ever. Yeah, I know. I got to take the shirt off once in a while. But I'll manscape for everyone next week. I can't wait. Thank you so much.
That's a good farmer's
We're gonna manscape Brenton's hair.
Have you gotten a haircut at all yet, Brenton?
No, God no.
Oh my god! Someone came to my mom's garage, so we all went out there and did it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking. It felt like very back door. Yeah, it was like a back alley fucking haircut. It was gross. All right, that's the podcast for this week. If we're good, I think we are. Again, please go to the Bricktown Comedy Club website in Oklahoma City. Grab your tickets for me in 2 weeks, and I'm sure the Comedy Store will be back pretty soon. But till then, this is what we have. This is what we have to give you, and we will give it to you as best and hard as we can. I love you guys. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.